Right, here we go. New set then. So what do you think to this? A little bit different. So we're getting a bit stale before. Who knows how long this will last as well. But today we're going to look at a Milwaukee battery. So I've got a few things to do. These are all from Whatnot. If you guys have seen Whatnot, I'll put the links at the bottom if you want to get involved. There's some really interesting stuff there. This is from a seller that I'll put up there as I'm going, but this is what we're going to focus on. So we've got a battery today that does nothing. So really simple stuff. I'm going to show you what to do if you've got one of these and what not to do. So this here, let's have a look. So always check the voltage before you do anything crazy. I see a lot of people getting another battery, sticking razor blades in them of all things, and putting it on top and thinking that's really sensible. And that is stupid. So don't do that, because some of your cells could be at zero. That could be really dangerous. That could just heat up and blow up. So don't believe what you see online when you see that sort of stuff. Absolutely crazy. Now this one is very, very low, 0.1 volts. So I know, because I've had this one open, that those cells are very low but not dead. So in this case, I'm going to do a jump start. Right now, that is how I want my battery to look. I've got both of them set up. I can see positive and negative on here. Now, obviously, unless you live under a rock, positive and negative, black and red. Red here is actually blue, so I'm going to stick that on the blue end. Black one here on that negative. Now, as I'm going, I can actually as well check the voltages by wedging the probes in here. It'll tell me on the screen as well, the device that I'm using. It's a fairly cheap one, this. It's just something from Amazon. I think about 15 or 20 pounds. A few different versions. I've got some blue ones of these as well. Now, as I'm going, I can see the voltage on here. As you can see, we've got 0.14. So that is what I thought. So I'm going to set this up upside down. And I'm going to do it for 5 sets. Five series, some people will say, but I don't like using that word because these are in parallel. Actually, in this case, they're not, they're actually single. So let's give this a go. It probably won't work because it's so low voltage. And this is where you have to use a bench supply. And that tells me the voltage is too low. So can't even do it that way here. So what we're going to do is plan B. Similar method, just with a bench power supply. Right then, so as I said, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jumpstart this battery, but I'm going to do it in a safe way, not the supermarket. So what we do is positive is your red, negative is your black, and on here then, we're going to power on. We're going to adjust this, and really we want to get to 18 in the end, but I am going to stop at around a little bit lower. Let's just say 16. Okay, so let's kick this off. Ready? You'll start to see us come up over here. This is much more controlled because you can actually see the values. You can see where we are, which is good. And generally I stop about halfway, let it settle a little bit, and then I'll go up again. Get a charger over here, get it ready. Boom, boom, boom. See what we can plug it into. This is going to be the easiest way, actually. Now on here, you need to come to about 17 and a half, 17, and we'll do that, then we'll chuck it straight on, and we should be good then. So let's let this cook up. A little bit slow. Now, while that's happening, I have got a few others, as I mentioned. I've got a couple of flex batteries, not flex volts. I've also got a DeWalt that I'm going to do, a few other bits, but we'll get to them in a minute. So we're still coming up. It is slow, but it is nice and controlled. You could test the heat, that sort of stuff. I do that every now and then. How are we? How are we going? Check the front here. Remember, we only programmed it to 17, I think it was. Let's double check what we did. 16, that's why it's going so slow. So pop it up to 18. That'll then come up a bit better now. These were dead. So Top Tool Deals, he basically told me these have been on the shelf for years. So that's why these are dead. we know that all the cells are basically brand new, but they've just been sat there in storage. So this is what you have to do, unfortunately. So coming up to 17, I'm going to let it go just over, maybe 17.2, 17.5. We'll try and chuck it on here as quick as we can, because if it drops again before we get it on, it'll just be too low to work. But let's give it a go. I've got loads of these. I've done quite a few now. Right, so we're getting up there now. So you could be lucky and try it now. But what I want to do is give it the best chance possible, just so I don't have to keep hooking this up and turning it off. So it's fairly cool, which is good. It's not overheating, anything like that. Right, I am going to give this a go. So I'm going to get these out of the way, because I can do that while it's still on. And we're going to get ready to chuck it on here. Now we're going to look for a charging light at the top. Not a green light, because it's not up at 18, 19, 20. So we should whack this off, whack this on, see how quick we can be. Ready? Red, charging. So that is what we wanted. So absolutely perfect. And the lights come on here. Can't ask for much more than that. Right, there we go, look. So check that out. That is what we wanted to see. This is now charging, lights are going up on here. That is going to work. So we'll give that 10, 20, 30 minutes maybe, and that will be fully charged and ready to go. So if you think back to what we didn't use a razor blade. We used a bench power supply that you can actually set the voltage you go up to. You can set the amps you go up to. Didn't use bloody razor blades that people do, sticking it on top. Very dangerous, don't do that. I've had a lot of people contact me about batteries that they've actually broken doing that. So don't do that. So get yourself a multimeter, test out where you are, whack it on here if it's safe to do so. I only did that because I know the state of each of the cells. But what you should do is actually open it up, check the different sets of cells, see where they are, because some may be damaged, some may be negative polarity, could be all over the place. So you don't want to do that. But there we go, fixed. That'll be done in about half an hour. Awesome. Don't forget Top Tool Deals on Whatnot. That's where I got it from. Got loads from him. Got the Flex from him as well, actually. But check him out every week. Saturdays now, I think. But good stuff on there. Catch you next time.